crazy scientist, you know, and Francesco came out and met with me and started talking about how we can enhance electricity from the atmosphere and bring it to nature and put it in the ground. And I was like, he proper lost the plot. And he said, you know, we could do this, we could do that. And Andrew kept saying, Mark, we could install this on the farm, it'd be great. And I was like, I said to Gloria, I said, I'm going to get this electroculture installed. And we went through what that involved and what that, you know, entailed. And then we started looking at, as we were installing it, the different results we were getting. And that's what I want to talk about today. And as a result of that, how many projects they've now got going on all over the country. They've actually asked me today to not do any more talks on electroculture and not tell anyone else about it until they've caught up, because they've got so many inquiries. Yes! Now, those inquiries I think are coming in, not because I'm good at talking about what I'm talking about, because I'm not an expert in electroculture, I will say, but what I am an expert in is telling people about what I saw. And that is the bit, for me, what really puts this journey into perspective. Because, for those who were here yesterday, I spent 2 years in agricultural and horticultural university, only to realise it was all fecking wrong. Every solitary thing they had taught me was incorrect. It was all about chemicals, it was all about fertilisers, synthetic fertilisers, nitram especially, and massive equipment, and growing tiny amounts of stuff as a result of it. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, young man, you're back again. What do you mean?
Older man.
Older man. Well, you're older than yesterday. So as a result, what I wanted to start to try and understand about this was how we could get the goodness back into the soil. And when I thought back about when Grandad used to grow stuff, he used to grow huge stuff, and he used to grow massive amounts of stuff in a small area. And I was like, how did they achieve such amazing things? So as I started looking, because what happened, I'd had 10 years building up an organic farm. 10 years putting it all together. I started with a 12-acre field with a stream through the middle, and I had 6 acres what was animals, and 6 acres what was organic, veg growing, polytunnels, greenhouses, you name it, I'd got it going on. We ended up with raised beds on that site alone was 120 raised beds. All of them as big as this, 3 times as big as this, all did various different sizes. And the one thing what came out of it for me was, I'm a fingertip farmer, so whilst I have a beautiful little grey Fergie, which I'm probably realistically going to have to sell in our move, I don't do anything with tractors. I don't do anything with a fork. You know, we might, you know, if we have the necessity to dig a hole or something, but if we don't, then we don't use them. So last year, I'd gone back to the family farm 2 years ago, and Uncle said to me when my lease ran out, and Uncle said to me, what are you going to do then? So I'm going to grow vegetables. And he went, really? That'll be interesting. Not going to grow vegetables on our soil because the soil's crap. It's thick, heavy clay, 90 metres of solid clay. So I had to make a decision how I was going to do that. And for those who really yesterday will know, I said, Gloria and I and a couple of friends took an Arctic load of Koya compost and levelled it 3-4 inches deep across the whole of the acre of our veg beds. And I thought to myself, because I know, because I'm an expert in this, I'm clever, I'm going to just get a rotator which goes that way rather than a rotavator going that way, and I'm just going to tickle it into the surface, and the clay just swallowed it up. 2 days later I went up and I was like, no, there's a whole Arctic load of compost gone in there and it's done no good at all. And it had broken it, but not nowhere near enough, and I thought, this is too slow, I can't build by this